Top 5 Most Seductive Women by Zodiac Sign. What power attracts men's attention and causes secret admiration among women? Why are some able to captivate with their first word, their first movement, while others remain unnoticed? The answer is hidden in their birth sign. There are women who possess a special magnetic energy. Their seductiveness lies not in their clothes or appearance, but in their depth, their aura, that invisible quality that captivates and holds attention. Today, I will reveal to you the 5 signs of the zodiac, whose representatives are born to be a temptation, a mystery, and an eternal source of desire. These women do not play games. They live by seduction, and it is impossible to remain indifferent around them. Watch until the end to find out who they are, and perhaps you will understand why you have always been considered special. Subscribe to the channel if you want to uncover the secrets of your nature and find out what your sign hides. And in the comments, write whether you agree with which women really have the power of seduction. Ready? Then let's start uncovering the secret of seduction by zodiac signs. The first sign is Libra. She attracts attention not by force, but by the natural balance that can be seen in her every movement. A Libra woman has the rare gift of turning even everyday life into an art of seduction. Everything about her is calculated. Her gaze, which lasts just long enough to make her conversation partner's heart flutter. Her smile, which hints at the promise of more. Her voice, which softly changes intonation and compels you to listen further. This is not demonstrative passion, but a subtle game where every movement is thought out but appears random. Libra's seductiveness is based on contrast. She can be gentle, almost fragile, and a minute later, confident and authoritative. This transition is maddening. A man never knows which side he will see in a moment. This constant change is where her main strength lies. Libras give the impression that it is impossible to get bored around them, that every moment is a new scene, a new challenge, a new emotion. Small details enhance her magnetism. The way she fixes her hair, her hand gestures, the slight tilt of her head. Everything seems natural, but on a subconscious level, it works flawlessly. The secret of Libras is that they do not pressure or impose themselves. Their seduction is an invitation to a world of beauty, harmony, and pleasure. A man feels that next to her, he becomes part of a special aesthetic, as if he is entering a space where everything is subject to the law of attraction. Libras are especially dangerous because they can easily appeal to opposite types of men, strong and powerful, because they know how to emphasize their status, and romantic because they give a feeling of tenderness. It is this versatility that makes them some of the most desirable women. They are like a mirror in which every man sees what he is looking for, and that is why he cannot resist. In relationships, Libras rarely go straight for the kill. Their weapon is not a storm of passion, but a protracted game of tension, where every word and gesture becomes a step in a dance. A Libra woman knows how to keep the intrigue going longer than anyone else. She may allow you to get close, but at the very last moment, she will pull away, leaving the desire even more acute. It is a strategy that is impossible to defend against. The more a man tries, the more he falls into her trap. But Libra's main weapon is their ability to remain unattainable even when they seem close. A man is sure that he has already won her over, but suddenly realizes that he is still standing at the threshold of her inner world. This contrast, taken to the extreme, makes him come back again and again. A Libra woman leaves an aftertaste that is impossible to forget. It makes you crave more. That is why Libras are among the most seductive women. Their strength lies not in overt display, but in the art of balance, between closeness and distance, between lightness and seriousness, between warmth and coldness. This balance transforms them into women who can drive even the most reserved men out of their minds, and therein lies their victory. The second sign is Aries. She appears suddenly and immediately becomes the center of attention. An Aries woman knows no half measures. Her seduction is assertive, bright, and full of energy. She does not play cautiously. Her strategy is a direct attack. Aries' gaze burns through you, her smile sparks, and her manner leaves a feeling of strength. A man encounters a woman who does not wait or ask. She takes what she wants, and it is this confidence that is more powerful than any trick. Aries seduces with energy. It is a fire that is impossible to ignore. A man feels that life speeds up around her. His breathing quickens, decisions are made faster, and desire leaves no time for reflection. An Aries woman knows how to ignite and maintain the flame until her partner completely loses control. She does not offer a choice. She becomes the choice herself. Moments when she shows her passion in small things are especially dangerous. Sharp laughter, confident touch, frank gestures. All this works like a blow to the nerves, leaving the interlocutor defenseless. Men cannot resist this pressure because there is no falsehood in it. An Aries woman never plays games. Her passion is real, and that is what makes her influence so destructive. She attracts those who value strength and directness. Men who are used to being cautious find themselves stunned because their usual defense mechanisms do not work. An Aries woman goes straight for her goal, and the man finds himself in the role of prey, even if he thought he was the hunter. Aries' seductiveness is enhanced by the fact that her energy is contagious. Next to her, a man begins to feel more alive than ever before. He finds himself in a state where he wants more, striving to keep up with her pace, not to fall behind. This creates the illusion of equality, but in reality, the power remains with her. And if Libra plays a subtle game, Aries destroys resistance with one powerful blow. She knows how to make a man forget his doubts and give in to the moment. And when it seems that he is completely immersed in her world, she can unexpectedly pull away, forcing him to fight harder for her attention. This abrupt transition works better than any trickery. As a result, the Aries woman becomes the embodiment of temptation that needs no embellishment. Her strength lies in her open passion and her willingness to show it. Men lose control around her because they feel that they are in the presence of a woman who is impossible to resist. She takes up space and leaves behind a memory that cannot be erased, no matter how strong the mind. The third sign is Sagittarius. She does not wait for approval, does not seek attention, does not chase after the gaze of others. But all of this comes to her naturally. A Sagittarius woman can walk into a room and in a matter of seconds destroy the hierarchy, establish new rules of the game, and make everyone forget what they were thinking before she arrived. Her seductiveness requires no preparation. It is inner freedom, bold intelligence, direct speech, and a lack of complexes. She may be wearing jeans, a sweatshirt, and no makeup. But even then, you can sense that there is an alpha female nearby. Not because of her posture, not because of her outfit, because of her vibe, because of the way she looks, because she is not afraid to be uncomfortable. Men around her feel either captivated or defeated. There are simply no neutral reactions. She knows how to pause, shift the conversation from a playful tone to a deeper level, then lighten the mood again with loud laughter. She has incredible facial expressions. a face that can change its expression in a split second, raise an eyebrow, smile with just the corners of her lips, and instantly spark the imagination of anyone she talks to. She doesn't rely on clothes or jewelry. Her main tool of seduction is her delivery. When she speaks, it seems that behind every phrase there is a challenge. Behind every glance there is provocation. Behind every movement there is an intention to destroy calm. She loves to be on the move. Walks, spontaneous trips, unusual meeting places. All this creates a sense of unpredictability. And it is precisely this unpredictability that excites. A Sagittarius woman never plays by the same rules. Today she is gentle, tomorrow she is mocking, the day after tomorrow she is reserved. And all of this is sincere. She doesn't create an image, she is who she is. This is her main danger. Men find it difficult to be with her because she doesn't give them the slightest sense of control. And the stronger he is, the deeper he falls for her. She can be incredibly straightforward, even rude, but this only enhances her magnetism. Words spoken to her face do not repel. On the contrary, they ignite excitement. You want to prove something to her, to earn her respect, to outwit her, to catch her in a lie. And in this process, no one notices how they have fallen into her game. Her seduction is not about romance, it's about challenge. It's about the ability to be unattainable, even when sitting across from someone. It's about not being afraid of silence in conversation. It's about looking straight into someone's eyes without blinking, and not being afraid that they will understand too much. And if anyone thinks that such a woman can be kept, they are mistaken. She does not get attached. If she is not interested in you, she will not stay. If you do not give her room to grow, she will leave. And in this, oddly enough, lies another layer of her appeal. The more you try to keep her, the brighter she becomes. She is the embodiment of fire, but not destructive fire, rather purifying fire. The kind that leaves only the essentials. Everything superfluous burns away. A Sagittarius woman is not just temptation. She is experience. She is adrenaline. She is the feeling that you are living, not just watching life go by. She is a high stake that you cannot help but take, and you take it, even knowing that you could lose everything. The fourth sign is Virgo. She does not intrude into space. She penetrates it subtly, precisely, and remains there forever. A Virgo woman does not need loud gestures, drama, or provocations. Her seduction is the precise calibration of details, a gaze that sees more than you want to show, and a voice that sounds like a ritual. She is in no hurry. She never acts first. But she will be the one who provokes actions, thoughts, and desires. She combines impeccable purity of lines with the ability to create tension where nothing seems to be happening. It is this tension that subjugates. Her movements are refined, each one on the verge of controlled seductiveness. She knows how to make a gesture that seems accidental but leaves a mark. The way she holds her hands, tilts her head, fixes her hair. All of this is automatic, but not because she rehearses it. She is simply accustomed to controlling attention without losing her dignity. A Virgo woman never throws herself at men. She stands slightly apart, and it is this slightly that makes her dangerous. Everyone notices her, but no one dares to approach her right away. When she speaks, her phrases are framed by intelligence. Her speech is restrained but precise. No flirting, no hints. And in this cold calmness lies a real challenge. She is smarter than most. She reads her interlocutor in the first few minutes. And if you are not interesting to her, she will not give you a chance. But if you are interesting to her, You will feel her seduction working on a deep level, not through her body, through control, through intellectual domination. Her sexuality manifests itself in her strictness, in the way she holds herself, how she chooses her clothes, how she can be sharp and categorical. It's sobering, confusing, and then addictive. She doesn't need recognition of her attractiveness. It is enough for her to be perfect by her own standards. Her wardrobe is impeccable, clean colors, precise cuts, not a single random element. But the most important thing is not the clothes, it is how she moves in them. A Virgo woman creates an aura of unattainability around herself, not because she wants to appear elite, but because she is genuinely interested in very few people. Men around her feel insecure, and this feeling grows into dependence. She does not give emotions freely, she doses them out. A small smile, and you are already running after her in your mind. One word, and you wait for a continuation that will never come. She controls silence. She knows how not to answer, and in this lies her strength. She is not afraid to appear cold. She knows that coldness is often a form of power, and while others play at passion, she creates a tension that cannot be relieved. It is an internal temperature that is held on the verge of breaking, and you are constantly waiting for a breakdown to occur. But there will be no breakdown. It is impossible to be half-hearted with her. A Virgo woman does not tolerate weakness, inaccuracy, or ambiguity. If you enter her field, you must be collected, clear, and honest. One false move is enough for her to write you off. No hysterics, no explanations. She will simply disappear. And you won't even be able to say when it happened. She disappears beautifully. She is temptation disguised as control. She is passion translated into a formula. She is coldness that makes you want to burn. And the longer you stay, the more you realize you're in. Not in a game, in a system, one that cannot be reprogrammed. The fifth sign is Leo. She doesn't ask for attention. She demands it with her mere presence. A Leo woman doesn't seduce in the classic sense. She rules. It's not about flirting, modesty, or subtle hints. It's about confidence, a strong visual image, a voice that sounds as if every word is spoken to test you. She has the posture of an empress, the gaze of a hunter, and the energy of a woman who knows what it means to have power over men. She doesn't pause. She fills the entire space, leaving no room to breathe freely. And it's captivating, it's addictive, it's scary and exciting at the same time. She doesn't need decorations. Even if she's wearing a simple dress, it becomes royal. Even if she's silent, that silence weighs more than any speech. A Leo woman knows how to present herself in such a way that everything around her fades into the background. And it's not about how she looks, it's about how she carries herself. Her gait is like a challenge. The turn of her head is like a statement of superiority. Men feel this instantly. Even those who are confident become tense around her, because she doesn't let them relax. She doesn't allow for mistakes. And that's exciting, especially for those who are used to winning. The sexuality of a Leo woman is not about her body. It's about control. She knows how to touch you as if she decides when you breathe. She looks at you with mockery and interest at the same time. Her gaze is a verdict that already includes mercy, but only if she wants it. She can't stand insecurity. She loves men with willpower, but only if they agree that she is the boss here. Any attempt to dominate will be met with a smile that hides cold calculation. She plays at passion, but remains on her throne. Even in the most intimate moments, She controls the situation, and she does it so naturally that it doesn't provoke protest, only the desire to please. The Leo woman loves to be noticed, not for approval, but for confirmation of her status. Her seduction is not a game, it is a mission. She does not flirt. She shows herself off. She does not try to please. She demands to be desired. And when that happens, she decides to be or not to be. Men can rarely guess her reaction. She may reject you without explanation, or she may give you a chance and test your strength. In any case, you are already in her field, and it is impossible to leave it just like that, because you start to depend on her glances, on her cold indifference, on her rare touches, on her assessment. If she chooses, she gives her all. But her choice is always a test. You have to pass. You have to endure. You have to measure up, not in terms of clothing, in terms of level. A Leo woman does not tolerate the weak, boring, or dull. She is excited by risk, games, and brightness. If you know how to be on stage, she will find you interesting. If you are afraid of the spotlight, it is better not to approach her. She will not adapt. She will not soften the rough edges. Her appeal lies in the fact that she does not bend, and this makes her magnetic. She is a fire from which there is no escape. She is a light that reveals all weaknesses. She is a woman with whom everything is too much, too bright, too loud, too strong. But that's exactly what you want again. To see her walk again, to hear her speak again, to feel her control again. And even if it hurts, you'll still choose her, because she is a Leo, and there are simply no others like her.